Hello again. Namaste and Lakach. Jayom Guru. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Ganapati coming to you again from our Eckhart Spiritual Center here in Richland, New York, where we're getting together for our energy traffic report. So let's grab our galactic calendars if you have one. And if not, just sit back and tune in with the energies for today. And well, we're still in this 10th moon, the planetary moon of manifestation. And we are in this second week of this planetary, pardon me. We've completed this second week. We're starting the third week, this blue week, this transforming week. And well, we see that today's tone and today's frequency, we start with the tone. The tone is the 11th tone, HUNLAHUN, the spectral tone of liberation. And this spectral tone of liberation today is conjoining with AHAU, yellow sun AHAU. So today we say yellow spectral sun. And so now that we know what the tone and the frequency is, let's look in the back of our calendar here and see exactly what this tone and this frequency is about, because we have to blend those two ideas together, because each day is a new energy, right? The day changes and the energy is changing. And that's what we're keeping track of with this energy traffic report. So we find this spectral tone of liberation on page 8. It's called HUNLAHUN. It has 3 key words: dissolve, release, and liberation. And our quote comes from the Mayan factor. HUNLAHUN, the spectral tone of liberation, represents the dynamic of dissonance, accounting for randomness and non-stability. Tone HUNLAHUN represents the power of creative dissolution and dissonant structures. What can appear as destruction or chaos may actually be the necessary forces of liberation, evoking a release from rigid structure and format. As we release that which no longer serves us, we make way for new opportunities and understandings to emerge, setting us free from expectations or definite notions. The spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN energy, breaks us out of routine, releasing us into the spectrum of unlimited, wondrous possibilities. Like a prism, refracting white light, revealing its full spectrum of colors, Tone HUNLAHUN provokes us to see aspects of our wholeness that may be yet undiscovered, guiding us to dissolve fixed concepts, fears, and habitual patterns that weigh us down. The spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN power declares, I invite breakthrough. I dissolve identity. I unsolidify. I release old patterns for new models. I wield dissonance as a force of liberation. I redeem chaos as untamed order. I shed. I free limiting beliefs and concepts. No boxes, no separations, no boundaries. Uncontained, free form, receptive to the prismatic range of all possibilities. The spectral tone of liberation, HUNLAHUN, advises us to let go, to let yourself be absorbed by life itself. Be flexible in yielding to the formless flow. Allow your focus to cover a vast range. Dissolve feelings of constriction and welcome spontaneity. seeming disruptions, and unexpected detours. Release alliance to limitations and reliance upon format or fixation upon control. Undo, break it down, mix it up. Allow energies to travel as the energy needs to travel. Disperse into formless existence. That's HUNLAHUN. And our quote to wrap up this HUNLAHUN energy: in the chaos it creates, dissonance can shake up static energies and allow transformations to occur if one can stay fluid when encountering its energy. So that's HUNLAHUN, right? The spectral tone of liberation, right? Dissolving and releasing us into liberation, dissolving that which holds us back and releasing us into the freedom of liberation, which we're all seeking. So let's turn a couple pages here, a few pages, sorry, to where we see the last solar frequency, AHAU, on page 13. And we see yellow sun, AHAU, has 3 key words: enlightens, universal fire, and life, right? We see a face with wide open eyes and a mouth going, oh, aha, now I get it, right? So that's what AHAU is all about. And our quote: one day the sun admitted that I am just a shadow. I wish I could show you the infinite incandescence that has created my brilliant image. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Right? The sun says, I am dull. You are the bright one. And we're not talking about this body. We're talking about you that's inside this body. So, yellow sun, AHAU, provokes us to honor the solar life force. That solar life force, the sun that sustains our planetary whole. As our local star, the sun is the lens through which we receive radiant emanations of energy information transmitted from the center of the galaxy Hunabku. Let us receive the majesty of this universal fire, that it may ignite and enlighten our inner sun, our internal source of divine light. May we awaken to the precious reality of who, or should I say what, we really are. What are we? See, we're not a who. We are a what? We are sparks of the same great fire of life which illuminates eternity. That's not a who. That's a what. And that's what you are. Yellow sun, AHAU, signifies both 0 and 20, presenting a union of formless potential and formed wholeness, nothingness and totality. You see, 0 is empty so that it may hold everything. And when we hold to nothing, no pride, no fears, no things, we consciously merge with life's totality by releasing all the layers of personal identification and conditioning. We can rest in the sacred emptiness of our essence, which is pure life, pure intelligent energy. Foregoing the attainment of concept, foregoing the attainment of concepts of enlightenment, we can discover our true nature is already enlightened. Let us release the striving for betterment and accept the awesome actuality that already is. Allow the universal fire to burn away doubt and debate. All questions are answered by the searing truth of that which we've always been, which is the zero, the nothing, the no thing, right? Pure, formless consciousness. Pure wholeness. That's what we are. And our quote to wrap up this yellow sun idea here, this yellow sun energy, AHAU, to let the self be awakened by all things is enlightenment. Right? Everything is our teacher. Everything is enlightening us all the time. We are in a process of constant enlightenment. And so that is AHAU, yellow sun. That's the other half of our galactic signature. Now we want to look in our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom workbooks where we have blended the energy together, and now we're going to put this idea of dissonance, HUNLAHUN, together with this idea of fully enlightened, and we're bringing that together as one idea. On page 180 in our workbook, where we see that today's galactic signature is Kin 180, 180 days in on this 260-day energy wave that's going on that we're all passing through right now, whether we know it or not. When we know it, we have more of a concept of what's going on. When we don't know about this energy waves and energy cycles, then we don't really have a good concept of what's going on, and life can seem a little bit chaotic. So on page 180, we see that today's galactic signature is Kin 180, yellow spectral sun, HUNLAHUN AHAU, right? Yellow sun AHAU is coming together with the spectral tone of liberation. So we say HUNLAHUN AHAU today. After the perfection of the planetary tone of manifestation comes the freedom of the spectral tone of liberation. It's the natural next step in the manifestation process. So yellow spectral sun, LAHUN AHAU, guides and teaches us to directly experience the superluminosity of our essential being, our real self, in order to achieve liberation. Liberation means to set free from confinement or bondage and to break from rigidity and receive boundless options. Through the energies of yellow spectral sun, HUNLAHUN AHAU, the cauldron of creation is encouraging us to dissolve the presence of all unwanted energies and to break down all structures that uphold limited thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Our passion for life illuminates the way. As the positive, energetic power of destruction, which naturally leads to necessary renewal, yellow spectral sun, HUNLAHUN AHAU, reminds us to release everything that is detrimentally affecting this dream of existence. We would be wise to simply work with the elements that support our inner fire of light by honoring our solar jewel, our great Father Sun, and our Mother Earth. Let us allow seeming chaos to be a revitalizing release into the full spectrum of undreamed of wondrous possibilities. So that is yellow spectral sun, HUNLAHUN AHAU. That's our galactic signature today. That's what we're matching up with today and watching for in the world, trying to harmonize and be like this today so that we can be like this all the time, not just on HUNLAHUN AHAU days. Next, we want to color and draw together before we run out of recording time. And a pretty simple archetypical glyph to draw. When you draw it, it gets more into your consciousness. It wakes something up inside of you. Every time you draw it, it's waking you up a little more, right? You can just look at it, but drawing it even is more profound for your awakening process, right? So we can draw the square. We want to make a mouth saying, oh, right? Draw these two lines up. And eyes wide open, saying, aha, I get it now. And right next to, and color it yellow because it's yellow sun, AHAU. We want to draw right next to yellow sun, AHAU in our workbook. These two bars in this dot, HUNLAHUN, the spectral tone of liberation. We leave it white because, well, we're in a 13-day energy wave that is a purifying kind of energy wave. So next we want to fill in the blanks here and do our affirmation together. Filling in these blanks is important because it gets this knowledge about this solar frequency and this tone and this galactic signature in general into our consciousness so that we can start to really feel comfortable with these energies, so that we can actually start working with these energies and start being the fully empowered empath energy alchemists that we actually are. So let's fill in our blanks. The first one is the kin number. It's kin 180, as we mentioned earlier. Kin number 180. And the next blank is the galactic signature in English. And, well, we say yellow spectral sun. After that, we want to fill in this next blank here. That's how we say the galactic signature today in the Mayan way of speaking. First, we say the tone, HUNLAHUN. Then we say the solar frequency, AHAU. So it's HUNLAHUN AHAU. After that, we want to fill in this next blank here that says color and direction. Right? Very important to know where is the energy flowing from today. What direction is the energy, north, south, east, or west? Well, if it's yellow, that means it's with the south, right? Yellow is associated with the south. And yellow south, what kind of energy is it? Well, it's a flowering kind of energy, right? An energy that is bringing things to fruition. You'll see things coming to fruition today, right? You'll notice it if you're watching for it, right? If you keep watching for it every day on these AHAU days, you start getting into what I call the cosmic rhythm, the cosmic cadence, right? Where you belong. Okay, so next we see these three circles down here at the bottom of our page. The first one is the lunar phase. We got to see what's going on with the moon. We want to be in tune with the moon. So the moon is waxing, and we got to color it in so that it looks like the moon, so it's only a little bit colored in. It's getting brighter and brighter every day. And it's not a galactic activation portal day, nor is it a Poco Votan clear day. So that brings us to our affirmation for today, and we got about a minute to do it. So let's do it together. Today I dissolve in order to enlighten releasing life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the spectral